What's up, guys? It's part 2. Took a little shower and time to analyze the second verse. So I'm not actually going to be analyzing like a small verse. This is actually like a big story, but it is in Matthew chapter 18. And essentially this is the parable of the unmerciful servant. And so this is when, to give some context, this is when Peter came to Jesus and asked, well, look, how many times should I forgive a brother or sister who has sinned against me, right? And this is Jesus telling a story about what you should do. So here we go, starting at verse 23. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all he had be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell on his knees before him. Be patient with me, he begged, and I will pay back everything. The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. Pay back what you owe me, he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, be patient with me and I will pay it back. But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged and went and told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servant in. You wicked servant, he said, I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you? In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers to be tortured until he could pay back all the debt he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat you, each of you, unless you forgive your brother or sister from your heart. So this is a long bit in chapter 18 of Matthew, but essentially this is a really important message, because what Jesus is saying here is to always forgive, right? In life, we have a lot of haters, we have a lot of doubters, we have a lot of people who may wrong us or do us harm, and they may continuously do us harm. They may continuously be mean to us or treat us a certain way that we don't appreciate, right? And no matter how many times we forgive, they still come back, right? And what Jesus is saying is that even though these brothers and sisters of yours are sinners and they are harming you, you should always forgive, right? This story actually reminds me of a previous chapter in Matthew, chapter 5, when he mentioned that when you get slapped by someone, you turn and give them the other cheek, right? It's essentially the sense that no matter how much wrong someone does to you, always respond with kindness and always respond with forgiveness, right? I hope my analysis made sense, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.